But his crew starts digging into this site, and they began uncovering these giant bison. What they're finding is a site of Bison antiquus, these giant bison that became extinct about 10,000 years ago, the ones that the Folsom people had particularly specialized in hunting. And as they're excavating this site in the first summer, they come across, just sort of lying in the debris, a couple of points like they've never seen before, which are 3 or 4 inches long and have these thin flutes on either side at the base. What Figgins' guys realize is that the hurdle for convincing the world, the scientific hurdle for convincing the world that humans had been present in America. At the time, everybody thought Indians had only been in America for maybe a couple of thousand years before Europeans got here. And within about 2 months of that article coming out, this crew finds the scapula of one of these bison they're excavating with one of these Clovis points embedded 3/4 of the way into the bone. And at that point, they stop digging. They call on all the famous archaeologists in the United States. A guy named Alfred Kidder was the most famous archaeologist in America at the time, and he comes, takes a look, and proclaims this one of the greatest discoveries in American history. So they don't have radiocarbon dating yet, and nobody knows how old this is. All they know is that that particular bison species has been extinct for quite a while. Figgins says this site is 400,000 years old. But when we finally do get radiocarbon dating about 2 decades later, it looks as if a band of Folsom hunters using adattles, using spear throwers, had killed 32 Bison antiquus in what had once been a box canyon on the southern plains 12,450 years ago. And so suddenly that discovery in the early 20th century, in the 1920s, gives America a kind of an antiquity that it had never had before.